Hola, amigos. Welcome to Spain Impossible. This is the July update. So, how did I do? How much weight did I lose? How much debt did I pay off? What did I learn new about moving to Spain? It's all in this video. And stick around till the end because that's when I'm going to share the good news I just found out about moving to Spain. So, let's dive right in. Let's start with the bad. The debt isn't budging. I am doing what I can to try and throw extra at it no matter where I am. I do have an extra payment going out this week, but curbing my wife's spending has proved to be a little bit more difficult than what I thought before. So I'm working hard to get her on board with getting rid of all this debt. But anyways, that's a side note. That'll work itself out. I am considering doing a debt reconsolidation loan, just pay them all off, cut them all up, close all the accounts except for the one that I'm planning on keeping, which is my travel card, which has, travel perks involved in it. So the debt's really not budging as much as I was hoping it would, but we're still plugging away at it. It's no reason to give up. It's no reason to throw in the towel. It's just not working out as the best laid plan. But hey, when does life ever work out exactly the way you plan it? So I try to stay flexible. I try to stay flexible on the blueprint. I try to stay flexible with the debt. I try to stay flexible with the moving to Spain stuff because I only have so many hours in the day. And I've been picking up extra shifts at work, trying to, pull in some extra money to pay down the debt. But as you know, Uncle Sam takes more out of your checks when you work overtime. So it's really not reflecting as well as I thought it was going to. So anyways, that's the debt update. The blueprint. Ooh, the blueprint. What did I lose from July 1st to August 1st? I lost 12.2 pounds during the month of July, which is just a little bit better than the month of June. I want to say June was 11.6, but it is topping. I'm still ahead of schedule. I am almost to the 50 pounds down. So we're going to have, a little celebration video coming up here shortly because I'm almost to the 15 pounds down. But Blueprint's working great. I'm converted to almost entirely plant-based foods. I've added some things in. I've shifted some things around. I'm trying to pull in more of the intermittent fasting by eating my dinner earlier and earlier. So we'll see how that works because the body has been fighting back. I can feel it. But I'm continuing to do everything that I need to do to stay in the blueprint, stay positive, stay focused, and, King Prince Pauper and fiber, healthy fat and protein. The fact of the matter is we Americans probably get way more protein than we need. So I'm trying to keep an eyeball on my protein and make sure it doesn't get too high. I am trying to keep the healthy fats in, but I am reducing those. I just switched over from putting some olive oil in the pan when I do my rice, beans, and potatoes in the morning to not using that olive oil because I'm already getting healthy fat from the avocado on the toast that I have with it. So I'm just continuing to tweak. And that's what's great about the blueprint is once you get the principles down, the habits begin to form and you just tweak and tweak and tweak and tweak and tweak in order to continue losing weight. And so that's the update on the blueprint. So I'm super positive on the blueprint because you've seen one of my other videos where I was in a funk because I only lost 1 pound. So in the month of July, I had a week that was only 1 pound and I still came out 12.2 pounds for the month. Can't argue with that, man. It works, it works, it works. So if you haven't found out about the blueprint, I'll try to remember to link something up here maybe that, to kick you into the vodcast where you can learn all about the blueprint. And there's even a Q&A in there. There's all kinds of stuff, all the steps to get you started and get you moving through the blueprint. Because if you're like me and you've been heavy for a while and you've yo-yo dieted, it's the greatest thing. And I'm putting it all out free, free, not even an email address. And I want to keep it free so that anyone can access this information and it can change their lives the way it changed my life. So I came very close to 45 pounds in 100 days again this time. That's what I did the first time around. So, it, you know, just a little bit different situation. I was heavier the last time and I lost more that first week. So that kind of accelerated. Actually, the first 2 weeks, I lost a lot more than I did this time because I was heavier, and I did do the 2 week lead in. This time I did not do the 2 week lead in. I drew a line in the sand on Saturday and I said, I'm shopping for this on Sunday and I'm starting on Monday. So I didn't have that 2 week lead in where you kind of, just eat whatever the hell you want because you're going to miss certain things. But that's it for the blueprint. So what did I learn about Spain and moving to Spain from the US? Well, last month, great news hit from Spain. Up until last month, you could not qualify on the digital nomad visa with a W-2 income from the United States. So if you were on a W-2, you're a regular employee for your company, even though you work fully remote, they don't care if you go to Spain, any of those things, you couldn't qualify for the digital nomad visa until this past month because there was no communication about you paying your Social Security to the United States. That's all changed. You can now request the appropriate form from the United States that shows and proves that you're paying Social Security here. So you can actually qualify now for the digital nomad visa as a W-2 employee, which is amazing. And, I'm working up businesses and trying to build this channel and trying to build some other avenues for income so that I can go there on the digital nomad visa as a self-employed individual. But should I stumble across something that's remote work and it happens to be W-2, now I'm super excited because that means I can qualify for the digital nomad visa with a regular job over in Spain. That's awesome news. It's great. And it was one of the highlights of my month in terms of the digging that I do and the researching that I do with, I watch videos from other creators that have already moved to Spain. I do all the research that I can online that I have time for. But seeing that was like, oh, that's amazing, because before if you were a regular W-2 employee, you had to go to your employer and say, hey, will you switch me over to a 1099, which is a self-employed contractor? And that's the only way you could move to Spain and get the digital nomad visa. Well, that's all changed. Now, if you work for a company and you're a regular employee getting a regular paycheck and you can work remotely and the employer says, we don't care that you work in Spain, just as long as you work the appropriate hours or whatever it is, now you can qualify for the digital nomad visa. And one of the things I was really working towards with the digital nomad visa is if you can not only apply for it from within Spain, so you can go over there on your 90 days and find a place to live, work remotely, and get yourself set up and apply for that digital nomad visa so that you can stay beyond your 90 days and you can already be on your way to setting up your life. Whereas the non-lucrative visa, you have to apply in your home country. I would have to apply at the consulate, and it's only good for 1 year. When you apply for the digital nomad visa in Spain, you can get it for 3 years. So you don't have to worry about turning around in 6, 7, 8 months and starting to get your paperwork together to do your renewal. That's fantastic news. And I hope you stuck around to the end just to hear that stuff. This is the kind of thing that you're going to get from this channel. I know it's a lot of weight loss stuff right now because that's what my main focus is I am taking off 100 pounds this year, and I'm doing a stellar job at it. I'm almost to 50 pounds down, and I think I just finished week 16. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's either 15 or 16. So I'm not even to half a year yet. I'm not even to 26 weeks yet. And I'm already this close to being 50 pounds down, which is halfway to the goal and ahead of schedule because I wanted to make sure I was at that 50 at 26 weeks. So I'm laying out all that stuff. Bear with me, subscribe to the channel because there will be other stuff, including the debt stuff and the moving to Spain stuff. And, smash the old thumbs up button for me. Show YouTube, hey, this guy might have something that's worth spreading around to other people. And if you, got value from this, there's always, I'll put the QR code up over here. There's always buy me a coffee, help me, pay for the cost of the website, the cost of the video editing, all of these different things that go into this, and help me keep as much of this information free as possible. The weight loss stuff, I want to keep free 100%. And, wherever it goes from there, I want to keep everything free. But if I can't sustain it and my costs are getting too high with just the buy me a coffee, I may have to start putting some things behind paywalls and thinking about doing a membership or a paid subscription or something like that. And I really don't want to do that. I like talking to you guys. I enjoy doing this, and I just want to be able to do it and not have to think about it and figure out how I'm going to, this stuff's paid, this stuff's not paid, that type of thing. I just don't want to deal with that. I just don't want to. It's one more headache on top of all the other stuff I've already got going on in my life, and I really don't want to. I really don't. So help me keep it free. Jump over to the Fat Loss After 50 vodcast. I'll try and link that up either here or here. And you know what? Come along for this journey because it is going to be one hell of a journey. Hell, it's already been a hell of a journey. Down almost 50 pounds, and I'm not even to the halfway point in my year yet. Friggin' awesome. Come on, let's have some fun with this. And I will see you guys on the next one. Hasta luego.